Hello everyone. Today we have Dr. Ajit Sane sir, Director of Ramachandran International Institute of Management, as a guest with us. Hello sir, good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, this particular series is basically for the, you can say, dignitaries for explaining their college and everything facilities provided by college and everything by it, right? So sir, before moving ahead, I just want to know, like, if you can just tell us your journey here in RIIM as well as your overall journey.
Okay. So I've been associated in the teaching field for the past 20 years. Have been a teacher all my life. Taught various subjects in the domain of marketing and economics. It's been an amazing journey. Looking at our students grow and progress and come out with flying colors has always been inspiring to me also. Like teachers teach, they also learn. So like we teach our students, there are hundreds of things that the students also teach to us. And it's an amazing and aspiring journey for the past 20 years.
Sir, that was a great journey. So moving ahead, being the director of Ramachandran International Institute of Management, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
Okay, so my view of leadership is a bit different. In my view, a leader is somebody who creates more leaders. Alright, so somebody who has got a group of team and a good team of followers. And after stripping a person out of his all designations, if you still have followers, I see that he is a good leader. So somebody who has experience of and somebody who leads from the front is a good leader. I teach my students, my staff, all of them to become leaders by creating more and more leaders. That is my view of leadership. You are a good leader if you can create more leaders.
Very well explained, sir. So moving ahead, being the director of RIIM Pune, how do you strategize about the key program and plans for the marketing and administration of your college?
Okay. So basically RIIM is the autonomous PGDM program. We are not bound by any university syllabus. So the beauty of autonomous PGDM program is you can change your syllabus as and when required. You know that customers' taste, preferences, priorities keep on changing very frequently. It makes it essential for us. Now look at the transformation of the whole marketing from the marketplace to the market space, and it happens so fast in India. The speed, if you don't cope up with the speed of transformation, I think you lose the bus somewhere. So it is all about how fast you can respond to the industry requirements. That is what we do at RIIM. We keep on our eyes and ears open, see what is happening around, and what of it can be inculcated and introduced to our students in a new way, so that they can cope with the new changes and the new challenges of the working and changing marketing and business environment altogether.
That's great.
That is where we pitch it.
That's great, sir. Sir, how does the curriculum of RIIM Pune ensures the best practice of industry?
Okay, so as I said just now, industry changing very fast. Domains of things are changing. Every 6 months, a technology becomes absolute. And that is the reason why we keep on continuously changing and upgrading our systems and processes. So the curriculum keeps on changing. We keep on having a very robust industry connect. Our students are sent to various industrial opportunities, industrial visits, so that their horizon expands and they get a good knowledge of what kind of value will they add to the society. And that has been our focus all throughout.
Very good, very well explained, sir. So, what do you think your roles and responsibility to the college and the students are?
See, I'm a single point of contact between the industry and my college. Alright, so my job is to bridge the gap between what my students are. Now, usually they say that students are your customers and customer is the king. So I have got a bit different view about this. I don't treat my students as my customers. My students are my products. The industry is my customer. So my job is to mold students in such a way that goes up and gels well with the requirement of the industry. So my job is to understand what the JDs of various companies are, how is the market evolving, and based on the JD requirements, I'll then have to transfer my students so that they are ready to take the challenges of the industry. So my job is to bridge the gap between what students have in their ammunition and what actually can be offered to the customers of the college, that is the industry.
That's great, sir. So the education system in India and the foreign countries are structured very differently. In your experience, what can an inbound student gain from studying here in your RIIM Pune?
Okay. Now, if you typically see where India lies in the world scenario, India is a developing country. So we again lie in between the developed world and the developing countries. So when we look at inbound students, we have to think about inbound students from both the sides. Like if you want to show India as a case study of the world and the world's emerging population, where 1.5 billion people are staying, that's a huge market. So many foreign companies want to come into India and pitch their products. So the mid-level managers who actually want to come into India, they would like to have more insights about India's environment, India's business environment, or do business into India. So for those countries, people, we can offer the best possible way in which they can learn how to do business in India. So that is for the developed world. For the developing world, they'll always look at India as a role model for how they can develop their countries. So people and students of those countries, say the African countries, maybe Sri Lanka and Nepal, if students of those countries come to India, they can actually look at what they can see their country in the next 15-20 years. So they will be future prepared if they come into India and learn. Developed world, if they come into India, they'll be getting a good exposure of how to do business in a developing country, which is their next best market.
Very
so
well.
That is how we can look at in students.
Very well explained, sir. So what do you think should be the college or university's top priority over next 10 years?
The next 10 years, the next 50 years, it is all about how you mold your students to become industry ready. Alright, as I say, technology changes every 3, 4, 5 months. The way people shop products is changing. When I was young, I used to go to the shop. My son has not gone to a shop for the past maybe 2 to 3 years. Everything he shops is digital. So how I transform all my practices of today for the tomorrow is what is the key challenge. So how fast you cope up the change, how fast you change your syllabus, how fast you change the method of your teaching, of the pedagogy, that will be the challenge next 10, 15, 20 years.
Okay, sir. So when you first came to RIIM Pune, what was your vision for the college? Has it evolved over time, or how far along in implementation that vision are you?
Okay, see, now vision is basically a preferred destination of an organization. Right, now being into Pune is a benefit in one way, is a disadvantage in some other way. Now Pune has got large number of B schools. Now when I look at RIIM is not one of the best possible brands, neither is it very diluted. So how can I look at the other performing brands and how can I match my designs and my systems with those brands has been a key challenge. So my vision over the next few years is basically I would like to see RIIM as an organization, as a B school that nurtures students to make them future ready. And how can they become the next business leaders and business managers of tomorrow? So to inculcate into them the core values of integrity, of ethical behavior, of responsibility towards the society, these have been the visions that I see from my college.
That's great, sir. So what would you like people to know about your college they may not know?
People know about RIIM nowadays. They're quite averse with what RIIM is all about. So I would like to know RIIM as a college not only seeking help or helping students out into their careers. We want to develop and mold them into a personality. I want to convert these persons into personalities, and that has been my dream all throughout. I want to make them industry ready, as I said earlier. I want them to not only search for a particular job. When I ask students what they want to do, they say that I want to have a good job. I would want to see my students not only searching for jobs, I would want my people to actually give jobs in the time to come. So that has been my dream.
That is something very good.
And I would like others to know about it.
Yeah. Sir, one last question, which is my personal favorite question, that like any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Okay, it has been the same old statements, 2-3 of them. One is there is no shortcut to success. Simply because you have paid some fees and you are ready with your laptop does not mean that you are going to become a good manager. You have to earn that hard way of success. So there is no shortcut. Second is, there is nothing called free lunch. Nobody gives you anything free of cost. It is always going to be a result of what efforts you take. We'll see where you reach in the life in the future. Alright, so those are my words of advice for the students.
So very well explained, sir. Thank you so much for your time with College Junior. I hope your words will inspire students and aspiring students, whoever. So thank you so much.